to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
No mai, hela mai, hello and welcome to the capital. Friday night hoops at TSB Arena on the waterfront. And it is the Saints taking on the Nuggets. The Saints have won their last four. The Nuggets have lost their last four. Both teams heading in different directions at the moment. What will unfold tonight? Hope you're all well. Justin Nelson with you, sitting right alongside me, Brooke Rusco, and it is another packed house.
They do a good job down here. Packed it out. It's been busy here for a while. 20 minutes to go. People were storming through the gates. So I think we're in for a big night here tonight. A loud crowd by the sounds of things in the Saints crowd with Isaiah back in the squad. Are looking to get this crowd into it.
Saints at full strength. Nuggets banged up, bruised, not completely broken. They went down to the Jets last night by 5. Let's have a look at the ladder as it stands heading into this game, and it is another big few days coming up in the Sal's NBL. You can see the Nuggets there in third. They've got some credits in the bank. They won their first 7. They've lost their last 4. The Saints are on the move. Doesn't seem that long ago they were 2-5. They're now 6-5. And look at the Jets. They're just hanging in there. All of a sudden, they start to close that gap between them and the Sharks and the Hawks.
Yeah, big win for the Jets last night against this Nuggets team. And the quick question is, how can they turn it around? How can the Nuggets get back into the winning circle? Tough loss last night just up the road. How do they recover? Todd Withers, the big name for the squad, who went down a little bit late with cramp. How is he pulling up today? And then on the other side, the Wellington Saints are rolling. Kyle Adnam has been on absolute fire. You talked about it yesterday, the potential MVP at the moment. And the backcourt just got a little bit better with arguably the best defender in that guard position with Isaiah popping back into the squad.
Yeah, absolutely. Liafa into the team tonight and here for the remainder of the season. Games coming up in round 10. Sharks and Airs tomorrow night. Why is this significant? Sharks need to keep winning. Airs, the word on the street is full strength. Armon Fletcher back, Anzac Rosetto back, Quinton Bailey back. This is the best Airs team we've seen all year. They're about to head down to ILT Stadium, Southland.
And to add to that, they have nothing to lose. They can throw the kitchen sink at it with a squad, you're right, with the best team that they have had all year. So a scary game for the Sharks team. They need to go out and win it. They need to stay sniffing around that 6. It is going to be a big one tomorrow, Saturday night, to kick off a Saturday night of basketball.
Hawks and Bulls. Bulls in form. The Hawks, of course. I'm not going to say it. Haven't won at home yet. There, I said it.
And they need to get it. And that Bulls team, you talked about it yesterday, they are thumping on the door of their top 4. They're saying hello to the Tuatara, to the Rams. They're there or thereabouts. So it's a big one for both of those teams tomorrow night.
Giants and Rams. Giants desperately need a win. Cavion Pippin sent home during the week. The one game not mentioned there, Sunday evening. The Sunday sesh live across the country, also on Prime TV. The Tuatara and the Bulls.
Well, we were talking about MVPs before. Rob Lowe is sitting at #1 on MVP at the moment when it comes to the ratings and the rankings. He's doing it on both ends. That's going to be a big one. Dan Fotu is playing extremely well as well.
Starters for the Nuggets tonight. Starting 5, the same as last night. As I said, there are a few injury concerns. Everyone is suited up, though. Withers, Coleman, Knox, Harris and Timmins. No Ja'Cory McLaughlin. More on him in just a moment. Here's Coach Brent Matahati.
Coach, quick turnaround. A lot of people want to know, especially Nuggets fans, how's Todd Withers pulled up?
Yeah, it's a little bruise and bump, but yeah, he said he's straight, his words, so whatever that means, I think he's good to go.
Well, it'll be great to have him back out there. Now, these guys are firing at the moment, 4 in a row. How do you slow them down?
I think it obviously starts the head of the snake. I mean, obviously they've got 2 now, so Adnam and Isaiah, so it's going to be a tough night. But, you know, we've got to step up and show a bit of money.
Speaking of that, how do you guys get the win from your performance?
Oh, look, it starts on defence. You know, we didn't do a good enough job last night. We obviously let them shoot the ball well, and you know, obviously that ended in the result. So we're looking forward to getting out there and having a crack.
Coach, good luck tonight.
Well, dynamic point guard Ja'Cory McLaughlin out again tonight with a knee injury, and the strong whisper right now, we won't see him again this season.
Which is a scary loss for this Nuggets team. I had him as my favorite player in the league. Thought he did a bit of everything really well. There's a reason that he was with the Dallas Mavericks, could score, could get his team involved, did a good job of getting people into places. And when they sat in that zone, he was long, he was athletic, he was a scary guy to go against. So he's going to be a huge loss if he's not going to be a part of the squad.
Liafa is the big in for the Saints. Coach Troy McLean, we caught up with him a short time ago.
Coach, you won 4 in a row. What's changed? our attention to detail on the defensive end, and from I guess from our standpoint in terms of rotations as well, but integrating some new guys in. Zay comes back into the fold tonight, so those types of things we prepared for.
Obviously, Kyle Adnam has been amazing over the last little while, but you're right, you welcome back in Zay. How does that change the team? How does that change the dynamic getting ready for that playoff push?
Just a little bit extra ball handler, the elite defender, so you know we're looking forward to rolling him out there tonight.
Coach, good luck.
Let's take a look at the TAB head-to-head before we get this one underway tonight. Current form, that is a big talking point here.
You're absolutely right. You got to win in this league to stay around, and they started with 7 and they lost the last 4. And I think for the Saints, they've just turned it around. They're scoring a whole bunch more, and we see why they're sitting at number 1 right now. I think it's over 110 points over their last 2 road wins. Isaiah Liafa comes back into the squad. They just give up too many buckets. If they want to go and win this thing, they need to stop somebody. And on the other end, last night, this Nuggets team could have got the win. They left a lot of points there at the free throw line. They need to get back to the free throw line tonight, and they need to convert.
Yeah, TAB stripe. They are the lowest in the competition. The Nuggets, 12 of 24 from the line last night. There's the coin officials for this one this evening. We're not too far away from a start. Another full house tonight in the capital. 4,000 Saints fans ready to get rocking and ready to get rolling as this team continues its charge up the ladder in season 2023.
And I think you can expect them to push the pace. Look for the Saints to get up and in. Pressure 94 feet. Not smoke and mirrors. Really get up into the backcourt of this Nugget squad. And when they get the chance, get out and run and test the legs of the likes of Withers, who played 37 minutes last night. Big Sammy Timmons played some big minutes last night as well. And then you put Taylor on the bench. Marlon Taylor, an import, coming off with the explosiveness that he has, the defensive pressure that he can add as well. Look for them to pressure and push the pace from the jump.
Side note here. Nuggets defeated the Saints earlier this season by 9. On the head-to-head, they are +9. Keep that in mind as we get through this game. Nuggets with first possession. Timmons with the tap. And we're underway. Friday night hoops in the Sal's NBL. Kick back and relax. Great to have you with us, as always, on Sky Sport. Withers inside. Nice pass. Coleman knocked out of his hand. I think it fell on his leg. And a turnover early for the Nuggets. TAB have the Nuggets at $6.50 tonight. The Saints at 108.
And that was a great look from Withers. Put it on the money. So those long hands of Musius just got in the way. But a good look.
Here's Liafa back into the team tonight. Now here for the remainder of the season. Smith Milner checks his feet in the corner and nails the 3.
The last thing they need is the crowd to get into it nice and early. Smith Milner to hit that first bucket as well.
Harris to respond, indeed, back the other way.
And very capable three-point shooter. Has just struggled from deep as of late. And if they're going to push this game and stick around, if he can get hot, we know he can, he needs to get going early.
Here's Kyle Adnam. Todd Withers with the job there. Nice pass inside to Tom Vodanovic.
And here's this full court pressure that we talked about early.
Darcy Knox, 11 points, 4 assists last night. His best game of the season. Coleman with some space, straight down to Withers. Adnam there. Loose ball picked up. Liafa away. Good start for the Saints here tonight. Hands it off. Musius slams it down.
Starts with the defensive pressure down one end. They get the chance to run, and they got another creator in the open court. Isaiah Liafa finds Musius, and we see that athleticism.
Early highlights for the Saints tonight from that man, Isaiah Musius. GJ Gardner, Holmes replay, off and going. Nice little handoff, and a big, big finish. Got a feeling we're going to see a bit more of that tonight, Brooke Rusco, from Isaiah Musius, who's been in, it must be said, ripping form over the last month.
And they all have. And the head of the snake is Kyle Adnam. He's had some huge games, had 16 assists and zero turnovers. Withers, the Giants, and he picks up a rebound there.
His first look tonight, Todd Withers, well short. Adnam quickly back the other way, sizes up his options, pulls it out. Slipping through, Vodanovic, loose ball, picked up. Withers, good defense. Coleman with him, doesn't need him. Missed the opportunity, Todd Withers. He won't be happy about that. Turnover, though. They get it back inside. Coleman off the glass. And in the end, good work from the Nuggets.
Just make it scrappy. Couple turnovers there. Pickpocket from Withers went up for the big slam. Then they turn it over again with Harris. And he finds Coleman. Have to look after the ball and make them pay if you're the Saints.
Vodanovic bustling down on Coleman. Just too much strength in the end.
And they're calling for 3 seconds down this end.
Brent Matahari very, very emotional on the sidelines at the moment. Harris, deep three, gets the drop. 2 from 2 for Michael Harris.
And promising signs, especially if you coach Brent Matahari in this squad. To see him at a couple. Now we can get to the rim. We can extend that pressure with that 3-ball.
Harris got the job on Liafa here. Liafa back to Smith. Milner. He's already nailed one big one tonight. Usually puts 2 away per game. Here's Harris on the move again. Knox. Mucius right there with him. Timmins left alone. Goes in hard off the glass. Big Sam Timmins. Some good signs early from the Nuggets here.
Really, really good signs. I like that they pulled the pace out. I think they need to play at a bit of a slower pace. They had a chance to push it there. Knox pulled it out. Found his big man and went to work. They've also got Withers picking up full court, which is an interesting one for me because I know you have to. With how Kyle Adnan's playing, you have to kind of wear him down over the course of the 40 minutes. But Withers had a big stint last night. Pulled up with a cramp that we saw, a cramp at the guards. So it'll be interesting to see how he pulls up and if he pressures all night long.
There's some interesting matchups here. Darnay Samuels into the game. Can't get a handle on that one. So Withers and Adnam is a key matchup. Withers with the defensive job on Kyle Adnam. Adnam here. Return of serve to Darcy Knox. And it looks like Michael Harris and Izzy Liafa running with each other. Here's Withers. Backing Mucius down. Too strong in the end. Todd Withers, nice basket. And listen to that crowd. Silence.
And good job. I like Withers in the post. We know what he can do from deep. Shooting around about 4 threes a game. As we see Adnam get into the paint and pick up the foul on Coleman. But I like it in the post too. It slows everything down.
Watch how big this gap is. Kyle Adnam, there is not a lot of room.
Oh, he doesn't need much. He doesn't need much space. You'll find him like a rock in between a hard place. He'll get it done and get to the free throw line.
Caleb Smiler comes in for some early minutes in this one, replacing Darcy Knox. Positive start for the Nuggets tonight, out by 3. Adnam at the TAB stripe for the first time.
And surprised he made it to the free throw line there. Picked up his dribble early. I don't know if he was going to the rim. Wasn't much argument though. He gets to the free throw line and hits the first.
He's a handy 86% for this season. The 29-year-old Australian. Was having a chat with him before the game. 2 Aussies just basking in the glory of the sunshine that beamed down on Wellington today.
Oh, she's a beautiful city, this one. Some say one of the greats.
What a day it was.
You can't beat it on a good day.
Perfect weather in the capital. We had that one day today. Here's Smiler. Picks up the dribble. Aitchison into the game. Haven't seen a lot of Josh Aitchison this season. Out to Withers, catches, fires away. Doesn't get the drop on that occasion. And now the Saints with a chance to quickly come back up the floor through Liafa.
And the luxury of the Saints as well. They make a couple subs. They welcome in Darnay Samuel and their import Marlon Taylor as we see the 3-ball there from Isaiah Liafa, who has been working in the last 6 weeks that he's been away. He's been working out with an NBA trainer, so he's in form, he's in good shape.
Well, in his 2 games this season, he's averaged 3 threes per game. Aitchison with a 3 from the corner. That's handy.
The way to be in the pocket and be ready. He's got a little bit too deep into the paint, couldn't help, and they found the shooter.
Offensive foul, Darnay Samuel slipping through with that illegal screen. Just on Isaiah Liafa. In those 2 games for the Saints earlier this season, averaged 16 points, 4 assists, 2 steals. There's that defense. But 3 triples a game at 50%.
And I thought he was playing unselfish. He was just trying to welcome his way into the team, wasn't trying to overplay anything. But on the defensive end, that's where he really shone.
Early stages here tonight. Kenneth Tuffin into the action halfway through the first quarter. Commits a foul. Nuggets by 1. Positive start from the visitors.
And not angry with that foul on Tuffin there. Picking up full court. We know what he can do when he was at his best. I think it was maybe 3 years ago.
Yep.
He was an absolute hound on the defensive end.
Oh, he's still a hound. You'll see that tonight. Withers up over Samuel. Withers hits the deck. He wanted the foul. He's unhappy, but the Saints are away. Vidanovic with space can make them pay. Oh, getting up. Marlon Taylor puts it down with the left.
Marlon Taylor has to put his name amongst those as the most athletic players in this league. We talked about Mucius a little bit earlier. Baxter Jr. down with the Rams. But I was watching him in the highlights and the warm-ups, and some of the alley-oops that he has caught this year, and we see the putback there with the left.
That was big.
He makes it look easy. He had it through the legs in the warm-up.
Here we go.
He was looking
GJ
down.
Gardner Holmes replay. Took us through this one. Here we go.
Just an easy Friday afternoon.
Casual.
Casual as you like. No one's going to box me out. Okay, I'll go put this one home.
Saints up by 2 now. While we were singing the praises of Marlon Taylor and being fans like the other 4,000 people here, there was a technical foul on the Nuggets bench.
And I don't mind it. They got to ride the refs. I think there was a lot of contact there on Withers.
Saints now up by 2. Jack Andrew into the game. Darnay Samuel all over him. Marlon Taylor will be picked up for the foul there on the trail, slapping the arm of Caleb Smiler.
And I think that's why you talk to the refs, because to me it looked like he was there first, jumped the gap, got in the way of the ball handler and the guy coming off the down screen.
Coach technical, the call. So Brent Matahari will need to be careful for the remainder of this game. Todd Withers takes a break. Good start by him tonight. Saints by 2. Darcy Knox back into the action. Aitchison pulls up that dribble dangerously. Pass inside. Harris gets up. Can't complete. May get his own rebound here. Good work, Michael Harris. And the little floater to finish.
Need those ones. Saints went on a 6-0 run. Just make it scrappy. Stay with the fight.
Liafa. Oh, welcome back, Isaiah Liafa.
And that's what we're talking about. The creator can take the pressure off Adnam. He goes to the bench, hits back-to-back threes in transition.
2 triples early in this one for Isaiah Liafa. Aitchison, great patience underneath. He's got 5 in the game.
And great job from Knox. Rejected the screen deep into the paint, weighed up his options, found his big man in the dead low. And took his time and finished.
Darnay Samuel inside. Harris will get called for the foul here. Be a baseline ball. The coin officials all over that one. Sam Timmins about to step back onto the floor. Saints by 1. Now that's an interesting call. I actually agree with the Nuggets bench here. Darnay Samuel should not be going to the line. He should be headed to the baseline for mine. How did you see that, Brooke Rusco?
No, you're absolutely right. They thought it was in the bonus.
No, there we go. They've fixed it up. Brent Matahari having a lot to say in the background. Ball on the baseline, getting up Taylor. Adnam with the inbound, and the Nuggets will get the ball. We've seen the Saints so many times this season deliver massive highlights of inbounds under their basket.
And it's normally Taylor or Mucius, and we know that they can fly. We know what they can do as we see Harris pick up that second foul on Taylor.
And that'll put Harris to the line as well. So that's not what the Saints needed nor wanted. As you said, Marlon Taylor picks up his second, and he's headed straight to the sidelines.
And good job from the Nuggets. Just holding off that first run from the Wellington Saints. Undermanned. Bodies were banged up last night, and they're just staying in the fight. Harris has come out with a big start, 8 points. Stays on 8. But a 1-point game. Taking the crowd out of it nice and early. We heard how loud they were in the first couple minutes.
This was their Achilles heel last night. 5-point loss to the Jets. They went 12 of 24 from the TAB stripe. They start tonight 0 of 2. Not a good spot for them. Offensive foul. Kenneth Tuffin moving screen. That basket will not count. Whistle went a long way before the shot was taken, and Tuffin has his second.
And I don't think that was the right call either. That was just a back cut. Miscommunication on defense. They got confused. Kenneth Tuffin was literally just cutting from the 45 and ends up picking up the foul.
Tuffin out of the game inside a couple of minutes of court time. Here's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Tuffin going through. Oh, gee, not a lot in that. I'm with you, Brooke Rusco. Here's Harris firing away for another triple, and the start tonight from Michael Harris has been sublime.
And you can hear the coaches. That's the three ball that they need. Struggling to make a free throw, but if you're making threes, keep putting those bad boys up.
Adnam into the corner. Winnie-Etta Mulverhill's just stepped onto the floor. Gets it back. Second chance opportunity here. Comes out to Winnie-Etta Mulverhill. They reset. Darnay Samuel on the move. And he just can't get a grip of the ball tonight, can he, Big Darnay?
And they've jumped into this 2-3 zone. And the Achilles heel of a 2-3 zone is, I think we see a timeout coming here. But the Achilles heel of the 2-3 zone is you have to know where your man is to box them out. And they got out of jail on that one. Mulverhill picked up his own loose three ball. But they scrapped and hustled, and they get the ball back. 2-point lead for the Otago Nuggets.
Deep in conversation. The Nuggets coaching staff, they'll be happy with this start tonight. They lead by 2, just under 3 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Friday night hoops in the Sal's NBL. If you like your team merch, there's the QR code on screen right now. All the New Balance gear. Click away, that'll take you through to the New Balance shop. Maybe you're a Baby Blues fan.
Oh, I'm a big fan of that uniform. That uniform on screen right now, my favorite in the NBL for 2023.
Stats proudly brought to you by TAB. Michael Harris, 11 points in this opening quarter, including 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. And that is a very good sign if you're a Nuggets fan, because this season he's averaging 2.5 threes a game at 26%.
Well, if there's one place you want to get hot, it's these rims. Little inside knowledge. Pull back the curtain. Softest rims in the league go to the Wellington Saints. And when you're trying to find your groove, especially as a shooter, when you come to town in Wellington, especially someone like Harris,
dare I ask,
you don't want to let him get going nice and early.
what was your highest personal score here at TSB Bank Arena? Dare I ask?
I think it was 47, had an off night.
Oh, turnover. Great intercept by Kyle Adnam. And he's got it back for the Saints.
And this is that extended pressure that we were talking about.
Did you say 47?
Might have been 46.
Corner ball. Winnie-Etta Mulverhill hands it off. Darnay Samuel this time. He's got a handle on it and finishes.
And that's what he can do. Big, strong, extremely talented. Great footwork, can stretch the floor, athletic. But we saw just created the contact with big Sammy Timmins.
First points for Samuel after 3 turnovers from the big man. Footwork, nice work for Sam Timmins. It's a good sign seeing Sam Timmins working down low like that. He's got 4 points in the game. Smith Milner has already hit 1 from deep. Rebound, loose ball. Withers keeps it alive. Darcy Knox, here they go. The Nuggets on the move. Oh, Darcy, get up.
Way to sum it up. Made the right play. Thought he was going to go to Sam Timmins there. No one picked him up. Keep going to the rim. And finishes in transition.
First points of the game for Darcy Knox. Had a career best last night. Really liked the job that he did against the Jets. Getting a big boost in minutes, of course, is Darcy Knox with no Ja'Cory McLaughlin. Ty Webster still a couple of games away.
And he's doing a really, really good job. Not overplaying anything. Dealing with the pressure extremely well. As we see big Sammy Timmins. Just got him at the end. Should have stayed down there, and especially on a night like tonight, you'd rather have Sam Timmins out there. That's only his first foul, which is good. So you can't have him picking up 2-3 quick fouls.
And it was a bit of a lazy foul too, wasn't it?
Just extended the arm, and then sometimes it just gets the best of you.
Smith Milner splits the pair, 1 of 2. And we're down to a 3-point margin. Good start tonight from the Nuggets. We saw them up the road last night. 18 lead changes against the Jets. What a game that was. Michael Harris, can he add another 2? He can. And he's become the opening quarter wonder kid for the visitors tonight.
And I like that. They put him in the elbow, ran a horns type of action. And we see the turnover there from Kyle Adnam.
That's turnover number 8. Not for Adnam, for the Saints. Turnover number 8 in this opening quarter. Don't often see that. So some worrying signs for the Saints, coming in with 4 straight wins up against a team with 4 straight losses. Harris, pass, intercept, Smith-Milner over the top of Timmins. Here comes Vodanovic. Hands off, Adnam pulls it up after one dribble. Looked like a travel with the naked eye. Mucius off the glass. Timmins with another foul, and Mucius headed to the TAB stripe.
And it all started with that extended pressure there from Isaiah Liafa. We saw it on Harris, just try and wear him down. Does a good job of keeping his hands out, chest first. Good double there from Tohi. They rotate well, and it ends up on the layup from Mucius, and that's what we talked about just before. 2 quick fouls there from Big Sammy Timmins, and has to make his way to the bench to see out this first quarter.
How did you see Adnam on the wing there with the feet? That was the call from the Nuggets bench in front of us. I must admit, from the naked eye, it did look like one too many steps.
I think the Saints are just playing a little bit overzealous at the moment. They want to come out here and stamp their mark, get out and play with a big lead. But they just have to grind that lead. 2 points quickly becomes 4. You blow it out to 6 as we see good defense and a big shot there from Harris.
Banks it in. 15 in the opening quarter tonight for the Australian Perth Wildcat. Michael Harris, Adnam, crafty. Nice and high off the glass. That's what this guy has been doing all season long. Adds 2. Foul on Jack Andrew. And Adnam with the bonus. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Look at this. He's just sneaky, isn't he?
Crafty's a maestro. First shot for Kyle Adnam. Out to 5 points now. 3 throws. But yeah, absolutely crafty.
Gets it back to 1 inside the last minute. All over Darcy Knox. Jack Andrew playing more minutes in this first quarter with Timmins sitting. Harris launches from deep. Can't add. But he has been electric in this opening quarter. Liafa all the way to the hoop. They swing the ball. It ends up with Vodanovic. Can't finish. Harris quickly. He loves to get on the run. We saw it last night, the goose step. Liafa right there with him. Pushes him way back out. Last shot coming up. 7, 6, 5. Got to go. He goes from deep. That's going to be well short. Late chance here, Saints. Smith-Milner says, I'm not even going to bother. And that ends, Brooke Rusco, an exciting opening 10 minutes tonight.
Yeah, great first quarter for this Nuggets team. Did a good job of dealing with that initial pressure and got the 1 point lead.
So there it is, 30 plays 29, 4,000 in tonight. It's packed out, another sellout in the capital. The Nuggets and the Saints, second quarter on the other side of the break.
What a piece. Joey, just go ahead, get on, it's all good. You don't have to run back after you get busy. Right then. We're doing away with the Rouchies anyway. Harry and Joey are here. Probably our smallest of the season. Getting the 1-2 stepping up. No, it's not the You just go into the other this. You're supposed to do it. Harry gets another one, Joe gets another one. I think it's 2 apiece at this stage. Talking with the Dutchers anyway, that's why I'll go bring the cells. With the cells in here, cells, give it up. Put Joe, Harry, and do it.
Welcome back to TSB Bank Arena, 1 quarter down here tonight, Friday night hoops in the NZNBL, and the visitors have it by 1. A beautiful day in the capital, exciting night tonight. The Saints looking to extend their winning run. The Nuggets looking to get back in the winner's circle.
And the big thing was turnovers. Saints need to protect the ball. 8 turnovers in that first. They've struggled all year to get stops. Gave up 30 points. As we see the nice penetration and pocket pass there to Tom Bogdanovic to kickstart this first quarter for the Wellington Saints, but they need to just look after the ball. They filled it up. They still had 29 points, but they need to get stops down the other end.
TAB stats, under pressure. Darcy Knox has given it up. And the Saints get it back just like that. Michael Harris, game-high scorer at the moment. He has 15 for the Nuggets. Liafa behind the back. Smith-Milner will fire away. Getting up strong. Bogdanovic keeps it alive. They're going to get another go here. Dominating the opening 30 seconds. On the move and just leaving it short. Kyle Adnam can't believe it.
Big start though from the Wellington Saints. Couple turnovers. Offensive rebounds as well. Need to sort it out if you're the Nuggets.
Withers stepping back on the wing. Well, that one was in and out.
And a positive sign for the Nuggets is Top Withers hasn't got going yet. He's 1 of 6 right now, 2 points. Harris has been great. As we see the wide open shot there from Tom Bogdanovic. And another offensive rebound, this time by the smallest man on the court, Kyle Adnam.
Third time they've got it back already in this second quarter. Mucius receives and fires away. Withers up strong. And in the end, does he come up with it? He does. Adnam with the foul.
And Adnam's doing a good job of just hanging around, locating the ball on those offensive rebounds. Grabbed a couple. Put in a big effort there against Todd Withers, who can fly. Undersized, but not scared of the fight.
As you said, Withers just 2 points so far in this game. Smiler's come in for Knox. He's got to deal with Adnam's defense now. Here's Coman. Timmins is sitting with 2 fouls. Coman from the wing hit a couple of big threes last night. That one's got too much on it. Jack Andrews just fell in his lap.
And hard to rotate. Tom Bogdanovic over help there on Smiler. Got out to Coman. You're right, long shot. But Jack Andrew, right place, right time.
And the Nuggets retake the lead. Adnam, Liafa. Harris right there with him. Now forced to trail. Well done. Liafa got the shot up in the end. And got a hand in the lane here. He's so quick defensively. Hands in lanes. For young kids out there that want to know how to play great defense, just keep an eye on the Saints, number 8, Isaiah Liafa, outstanding.
Yeah, basketball IQ's been around the game for a long time. His dad made his name on this court as well, and that's why he, I believe, will be a part of the Tall Black squad at the FIBA World Cup a little bit later this year.
Here's Harris. Andrew loses a hand on it. And I wonder if that came off Bogdanovic. I think it did. I think Tom is saying no. Let's have a look here. Andrew turning. Tom Bogdanovic might be right, actually.
And they've come on, they're just tightened the screws up a little bit to start this second quarter of the Wellington Saints. As we see the turn, close turnover. Taylor bobbles the ball.
I think we were saying in a recent game with Bogdanovic, when he puts his hand up straight away and admits to something, like, he's a very honest guy, isn't he? So if he's arguing the point, he's usually got a point to argue. Got a
Refs don't want to hear that, they do that.
No, they don't, of course not.
Come on, man.
The coin officials. Are you liking the new coin official uniforms?
Oh, big fan. You help with that's a you design, or?
The prison bar stripes, you're a big fan of them, eh?
I was thinking more of a Foot Locker.
Oh, yes, I've had that a few times. Heard that. There's Melanie O'Connor.
Size 13, please, boss.
There we go. Would you walk around the streets wearing that, would you?
I'll be honest with you, probably not.
Withers. Here he is. Mucius over the top. Big shot. And he's still looking for a big one to go. Shot clock will reset. Smiler got the offensive rebound. Jack Andrew is met by Smith-Milner.
And they stayed with the fight. Saints did a good job to get out of Jay on Smith-Milner with the big block. Sends it the other way.
Adnam, they leave him alone, so he goes it alone. Rolls off the iron into the hands of Todd Withers. His third rebound tonight. Creates some space and finally gets one to drop. Todd Withers, we know what he can do from downtown.
Just needs a little bit of space the way he is shooting the ball this year. And we saw those soft rims that we have here in Wellington. Shooter's roll makes it a 4-point game.
He averages 4 triples a game at 44%, Todd Withers. Smiler, good hand in the lane. He's been learning off Liafa. Now Adnam looks to take him on. No foul. Play on. Young Caleb Smiler up with it to Withers. Withers off the glass. Foul. In fact, offensive foul. So maybe the official, Callum Welsh, is talking about leading with an arm. Todd Withers can't believe it.
And neither can I from this angle. Looked like he was jumping away. Smith-Milner was set.
Here we go. Let's have a look at the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Let's have a look at the arm. Oh, it's that left arm.
Same thing as I call with Tuffin. I don't think there was much in that. Withers still arguing the call as well.
Well, to be fair, we're commentators, not officials.
Exactly.
So the officials saw something there. Foul on Todd Withers. And the Saints get a chance to reload. Here's Darnay Samuel, too much on it in the end.
And the Saints are getting good looks. I think looks that they'll like at the moment. Around the paint. Wide open threes for their shooters. They're just not converting. Only scored 2 points in the first 4 minutes.
Timmins is back out there. And he scores. And a couple of words between Sam Timmins and Tom Bogdanovic. Of course, Breakers teammates.
Oh, good friends. Nothing a beer won't solve.
Some cheeky grins out there. Marlon Taylor. And there's Samuel. Oh, way too much space up high, but he elects to take it all the way to the rack.
A good job there from Samuel. And they talk back to each other.
There is a fair bit of chat going on at the moment. Adnam picked up for the foul.
He's got the hands in the cookie jar from the back. Got the elbow. Good call there from the refs.
Let's have a look at the replay here. Looked at the shot, got Timmins off the floor. Timmins with 2 fouls. Just couldn't do anything.
And smart play not to overcommit there from Sam Timmins. I know he gave up the wide open layup. Right hand straight line drive. But you got to think long term of this game. They need you out there. Would have picked up his third. It's smart from Samuel to go with him.
Margin at 4, midway through the second. The Nuggets have come to play. Second game inside 24 hours. Speaking of coming to play, Michael Harris.
And he's tough when he gets to that right. Does a good job of going left and finishing with the right. Athletic that time, finishes. Right hand on the right side. But what this does, every time that the Nuggets scores, it slows the pace down for this Wellington Saints team. They can't get out and run. And they're getting stops at the moment too, so they can't extend that pressure, which has been a bit of a problem for this Nuggets team tonight. Where they've struggled is off inbounds, off Saints baskets. But if they're getting stops, they can push the pace if they need. If they don't, slow it down and you get buckets like that. 6-point lead.
Harris moves to 17. Are you hungry?
Extremely.
Could you go some Cells at the moment?
Oh, I could do too.
Cells super special for round 10. And there it is. Pick up only with the online code SPLASH. Available till next Wednesday. The half cheese pizza is free, absolutely free, with any large pizza.
I actually had a Cells today.
Oh, did you?
There you go. I had the garlic knot as well.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to chuck a side in there, garlic knot goes down a treat. Had it with a pepperoni.
Pepperoni is my favourite, by the way.
You also had a Turkish Delight before, which was a disgusting trait from you that I thought explains so much.
You're not a fan of the Turkish Delight?
Turkish Delights and cherry ropes, they got to go.
Well, if we've got...
with love, they've got to go.
Got anyone listening from Cadbury out there, more than happy to be an ambassador here in New Zealand for the Turkish Delight.
It'd be about you and 3 people from Gore.
6-point margin. What does that say about the people from Gore?
Good people.
Back underway. Good game, this. Nuggets, of course, played last night. My worry about them, foul there, Josh Aitchison, is whether they can run this one out, Brooke. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've done a great start. Michael Harris has obviously come out and really set the tone, 17 points, nice and early. But if this is anything to go by, they absolutely can. Playing the pace and the tempo of the game that they need to play to get it where it needs to be. They're doing a good job of switching between that 2-3 zone and going back to man every now and then. When Adnam's out there, it seems to be they're sitting in that 2-3 zone. But they just got to keep fighting, making it tough.
We'll keep an eye on this. No Timmins, no Andrew. Gone small, the Nuggets. And Aitchison picks up the foul here. So the next couple of minutes in this game are going to be fascinating. Saints clearly have the height advantage, although Todd Withers now steps back onto the floor. Bardsley takes a break. And I'm not sure that we're going to see too much of Matthew Bardsley tonight. He was another one banged up in that loss to the Jets last night.
And he's done a good job over the last couple of years just finding his space with this Nuggets team. And big loss tonight if he isn't going to be out there as much as he can be. But as long as they have Withers and Harris pushing the pace and big Sammy Timmins at the back, they're going to be in the fight. I like what Samuel's done though. Dane Samuel's come out, has been aggressive. Few turnovers, unforced turnovers that he would be disappointed in. But when he's had the ball, when he's pushed, when it's got to half court, he's taken it off the dribble as well. Got to the free throw line. Good stuff from Dane Samuel.
I think the Nuggets recognise the height mismatch. Jack Andrew now back out there as well. Here he is. The boy from Oamaru. Hands it back to Harris. Liafa all over him. Withers, corner ball, corner three. Todd Withers. And he's the man, isn't he? You said it before, Brooke Rusco. As he starts to get his eye in, he can heat up very, very quickly. Liafa on Andrew. Good drive, good defense. Darcy Knox. Oh, Jack Andrew flashing through the middle. Big Jack.
Big run from the big man. I like that from Withers. Had a chance to really, really push the pace. Nothing was on. Found his point guard. And rim running from Andrew. And he makes them pay. It's a 10-point lead.
Margin of 10. Vidanovic may have just come off the hand there of Jack Andrew. It did. So the Saints will get it back. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Just over 4 minutes to play in this first half. Very impressive stuff from the Nuggets. Aitchison already with a couple of fouls reaching in there. No whistle. Musius. And I think this time Aitchison might be picked up for the reach. He will, and that's his third. Got away with one. Didn't get away with the other. In fact, it's his second.
And the Saints need to work out who they're going to let beat them. They need to take the ball out of Harris's hands. They need to know where Withers is at all times and make someone else beat them, especially with Sam Timmins on the bench. A lot of the balls with Harris at the moment, he's creating, he's finding Withers as the shooter in the corner. You just got to stay a little bit closer and make someone else beat you.
There's a long way to go in this game. And last night you gave me one of the scariest stares I've ever seen in my life. And it was around the commentator's curse.
That's such a thing, isn't it?
If the Nuggets get up tonight, this will be one of their greatest wins in the last 3 or 4 years, surely.
It'll be a huge win, and it could be a redefining win for their season. They've dropped 4 in a row. No one had them picked tonight after a tough loss tonight. Bodies beaten up, that man right there in particular. As we see Andrew not give up on the play. But you're right, they can go home with their heads held high. A little bit more momentum back into that winner's circle if they get this win tonight, but they can't go under those screens because Isaiah will make them pay.
I hope I haven't gone too early. Bardsley back onto the floor. Runs into Smith Milner, who has a swipe a couple of times. And in the end, Bardsley too long in the key. Here's the replay. There's one go at it. There's 2 goes at it. And called for too long.
It's been a long time since I saw 3 seconds on a fast break.
Timeout called here. 3:23 to play in this opening half. Looking ahead in round 10. 2 games tomorrow. Sharks in the Airs at 5 o'clock. Hawks and the Bulls at 7:30 tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, the 4 o'clock game, the Giants and the Rams. The Rams making some moves at the moment. Corey Webster.
You talk about making moves, that's the move. Isaiah Liafa, one of the premier guards, has made his way back into the Wellington Saints, but we talk about Corey Webster, who has been doing it since Westlake Boys. We know what he's capable of. A professional scorer, can fill it up from any place on the floor, and you add that to the #1 team in the league at the moment. Boy, this league is in a very, very good place with Ty Webster, his brother, making his way down to the Nuggets, and Corey going down to the Rams and joining Judd Flavel, who he's played under many and many a times. So he's going to fit right into their system, know what Coach Judd wants. And they just got a little bit scarier for the rest of the league.
And the word is that both Corey and Ty are in for the last 5 games for their respective new teams, so they'll qualify for finals. In that 5th game, or the last game, sorry, the first game in that run of 5. Let me get that right. The first game. So the first time we'll see them this season, they play each other. Rams and the Nuggets.
Storyline.
How about that?
Not bad.
Hey, some other big news today as we get underway. Congratulations to Otago head coach Aaron Young. Big play, Saints. Smith-Milner to Marlon Taylor.
And not much you can do about that. Meet me at the rim. You have to do your work early, because if he gets off the floor, you can't stay up there with him, and he flies and throws that one home.
Forget about pumping up the tires of Aaron Young. Pump it up, Marlon Taylor. Harris to respond for 3, well short. Good defense from Taylor.
And just impressive down one end. Does the same thing on the defensive end.
Here we go. Smith-Milner just puts it up, and Marlon Taylor puts it down.
And not much you can do about that. Tom Withers can fly, but got caught a little bit too deep. And if Marlon Taylor gets on those pogo sticks, she's a wrap.
Apologies for taking the candles off the cake of Aaron Young, announced today as assistant coach of the Perth Wildcats. Congratulations.
Yeah, and well deserved. Very, very hard worker. I know he was excited for this. Spoke to him a couple of days ago. And for a big treat, their Wildcat squad to have someone like Aaron work hard and join the likes of Ty, Corey, and Hiram Harris.
Liafa adds 2. Margin back to 6. Dante Russo-Nance at the Wildcats as well.
Yep.
They're lining up. Harris inside. Timmins got a finger on it. They apologise to each other, and the Saints out of that timeout on a little bit of a roll. Here's the replay, and you can just see the fingertips there of Sam Timmins.
And it was the right look. Harris is seeing so much pressure at the moment, and rightfully so, with the 17 points. And we said just before, someone else has to kill you. It was the right look. Just a little bit too much for big Sammy Timmins.
I like the work of the Nuggets coaching staff tonight, just constantly rotating here, trying to keep players fresh. Samuel to the hoop. Hasn't he come alive in this second quarter?
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Love how he's playing tonight. Head down, straight line drive. He can finish. He's strong. He's athletic. As we see Withers miss on that 3 ball.
Knox does well on the contest. Got it back. They'll get it a 3rd time here. Bardsley hands it off. Jack Andrew. Good finish. And Jack Andrew starting to make his presence felt tonight underneath as well.
8 points for the big fella, and just in the right place at the right time. Fortuitous bounce on a couple of these. And he's made them pay, and good job.
They settle. Nuggets led by 10. Saints got it back to 4. Now it's 6. 90 seconds to play. Both teams still have their Sky City player timeout for this first half. Withers. Jack Andrew bustling in on Darnay Samuel. Good defense from the ladder. Shot clock at 6. Darcy Knox pulls up the dribble now. They've got to go. Bardsley in the corner. Shot clock at 2. Got to get it up. Does he get it in time? Doesn't matter. Rolls off the front of the ring.
And the defense that the Saints have been looking for all season long. 24 seconds. Held on to the end as we saw Tom Vodanovich in the post. Picks up the foul on Harris. Big strong move. And one for the big fella.
That's a big man play, isn't it, from Vodanovich. 8 points in the game now to go with 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 assists. And he's off to the TAB stripe to bring it back to within 3. Nice little patch here from the home team.
And just what they needed. We talked about it down the defensive end. They can fill it up. They've got 44 points. They need to get stops. They've given up 48 to a battered squad that played last night. They need to get the job down on the defensive end, which will ignite their offense.
Vodanovich has 8. Liafa top scorer for the Saints tonight with 9. Inside the last minute, Harris. He's been the star in this first half. That looks short, but he nearly got the roll. Somehow. In fact, margin at 4. Saints with a chance here to score late. Shot clock at 12. Now in single digits at 9. Adnan pulls it out. puts it on the floor. Bardsley with the pressure in the corner. Taylor couldn't complete. And now last shot coming up for the Nuggets. Darcy Knox is down behind play at the moment. Just picks himself up now. One shot here to finish the half. Jack Andrew, deep three. Big Jack, no. And that will do us. So half time here at TSB Bank Arena. Darcy Knox still in a bit of pain on the sideline. Looked like he may have got a knock to the head. Nuggets win the opening half by 4. As Tom Vidanovic just asking a couple of questions of Callum Welch. Michael Harris, a star in the opening half. Here he is with Brooke Rusco.
Michael Harris, big first half from you. Tough loss last night, but you came out with a point to prove tonight.
Yeah, we're obviously feeling it. 5 on the trot for us, so we felt like we need this one. We really do.
You know this is a big crowd, big team that you're playing tonight. How do you guys get this one done for the second half?
We just got to keep doing what we're doing right now. We've got to lock in on some of their guys. The alpha's killing us from the outside, so we've got to make some adjustments. Just keep doing what we're doing on offense.
Huge first half. Good luck in the second.
Cheers, thank you.
As Isaiah makes his way back in here, and Isaiah, it was tough for you guys at the start, couldn't control the ball, a lot of turnovers, but you sorted that out in the second. They blew out the lead, but you got it back to 4.
Yeah, we just never giving up, and we've got to keep pushing forward and make sure we do the dishes.
You are back home. How good is it to be back home in front of this crowd? One that you love, one that your dad played on this floor as well. Must be nice to be back.
Yeah, it's always amazing, coming back to Welly, and it's hard to be on a good day, so
Dishes done, good luck in the second.
Great to hear from the game's 2 leading scorers at the half, and what a half it's been. Entertaining stuff tonight in downtown Wellington, right here on the waterfront. The Nuggets lead it by 4. TAB stats on the other side of the break. Don't go away.
Not like three quarter. Last shot, Jackson. Here we go. Here we go, Jackson. Oh, so close. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jackson. He's going home with $500 extra party line. Our game day sponsor.
Friday night hoops in the Sal's NBL. Great to have you with us wherever you may be watching right around New Zealand or, of course, anywhere around the world. We hope you're well. The Nuggets lead this one at the half by 4, and that is telling because the Nuggets are desperately trying to get back in form. Brooke Roscoe.
Yeah, they played extremely well. I think they'll be disappointed with only a 4-point lead. They had a chance to blow it out. There was a 10-point lead and they got it back to 4. The Saints squad, but Michael Harris, geez, he was good to start this ball game. That 3-ball was falling for him nice and early, and if he can get that going, it's the rhythm for everything else. Todd Withers, we were worried, was he going to play too much tonight? How is he going to go? He's been good. Picked his moments, picked his poison, shot the ball well, rebounded well, and done a lot of good things with Kyle Adnam on the defensive end. And this is where it's going to get done. It's all on the defensive end. We don't see any blocks here at all. That's okay from this Nuggets team. They just need to stay down there on the defensive end, keep junking it up. They're sitting between that 2-3 zone when Kyle Adnam's out there. Then they switch back into that man. They're making it tough, but their scoring is not allowing the Saints to pick up that pressure and push the tempo that they're looking for.
Official stats partner of the Sal's NBL, the TAB. Nuggets shooting at 54%. Saints at 49%. From the three-point line, the Saints 3 of 14 tonight at 21%. The Nuggets 6 of 18 at 33%. Nuggets have only been to the TAB stripe twice. They've missed on both occasions. The Saints are 9 of 12. Halftime here, Nuggets lead it by 4. McGilla Gorilla trying to get this crowd up and going. It's another packed house tonight in the Sal's NBL. Big second half coming up. Don't go away. Saints back on the floor, warming up ahead of the second half. Brooke Rusco having a chat with Brent Matahata in the background. Final 6. Tickets on sale now, July 20 to 23. QR code right there on your screen. The Jets all of a sudden back into contention. I think you might save a little bit of money too if you get in nice and early and grab your tickets. Can't wait for that. Trust Arena, July 20 to 23, and I think this year it is going to go down to the wire.
And you're right, the Jets are back in contention. I think they just have to get there. If the Jets can get there, they can cause problems. We know what those 3 imports can do. Scary proposition for any defense. They can get it going, they can light it up. They just need to make it to their big dance. But it's going to be a huge, huge couple days. Talent galore. It all rides on the line.
Saints on the run home. Nuggets tonight, of course. We mentioned it at the top of the game. The Nuggets have a +9 from their first game this season. So for the Saints to get head-to-head, and they're right there against them on the ladder as well, head-to-head counts for a lot. Saints would need to win tonight by 10 or more.
Well, even going into this half with a 4-point lead, just the confidence is there for this Nuggets squad at the moment. Like we said before, no one had them picked after that big night that they had last night. They felt like they probably could have won last night as well. A couple of possessions didn't go their way. They left a lot at the free throw line with some banged up bodies, and they're proving everyone wrong, and good on them. There's a reason that they're the reigning champs. They did it last year and they got it done.
After tonight, the Saints have got the Airs, the Bulls, the Jets, the Hawks, the Jets and the Tuatara. Only 2 of those games are at home.
So they need tonight. Really need tonight.
The Saints?
Saints.
I think every team needs every game at the moment. That's the way the competition is. The Nuggets run home, by the way. Of course, they're +9 on the Saints. They've got the Saints tonight. They've then got back-to-back. Rams at home, Rams away, Hawks away, Bulls at home, Giants away, Airs at home. That's their run home.
And hopefully they can welcome back both of their backcourt partners. Ty Webster yet to make his way down there, but if you sign him up with Ja'Cory McLaughlin, Michael Harris, Todd Withers, and Sam Timmons as a starting lineup, that's formidable. It's been talked about Ja'Cory, is he going to get back? Can he get back? Let's just say that he does. The league's going to be on notice.
Kyle Adnam, 19 points and 9.5 assists. That's what he averages this season. 19 points and just under 10 assists tonight. 5 points and 3 assists to half-time. It won't surprise me, it won't surprise you, sorry, when I tell you that Todd Withers has been running with him for most of the night.
Yeah, they've done a great job on him. And here's the head of the snake. He has been playing extremely well as of late, and they've slowed him down and made it a ball game.
Nearly a big start to this second half for the Nuggets. Robbie Coleman, who hit a couple of big threes against the Jets last night. Can't get one to fall this evening. Here's Liafa, leading scorer for the Saints in the opening half, back into the lineup tonight. Smith-Milner on the drive, scoops it up. Sam Timmons does well defensively.
Did a good job of staying up, staying vertical, not picking up his third foul to start the second half as well.
Here's Harris on the turn, on the go, crashing into Smith-Milner, steps around him now and puts it in. Michael Harris picking up where he left off. He goes to 19.
And stays aggressive. We talked about it last night. They sometimes felt like he was settling and letting the defense off with that 3-ball because of how athletic and explosive he is when he gets to the paint. And we see it right there, back on display.
Nuggets in a zone. Adnam makes them pay. The man we were talking about needed to get going, and that's exactly what he's just done. Oh, Harris has given way too much space. Completely lost in defense, the Saints.
And that's where the Saints are struggling and have struggled all year. It's on the defensive end. We know they can fill it up. They've got 47 points already, but they've given up 53, and that man is the hottest man in the gym at the moment. Walks down for a wide open 3.
Liafa can't convert. Well, I'll be staggered if that last basket from Michael Harris isn't on repeat from the Saints coaching staff next week. There's that Liafa drive.
A good job from Coleman. Gives up the speed, contests at the rim and makes it tough for Liafa.
Vodanovic momentarily had a look. Now he goes inside. Good play, Adnam to Tommy V.
And it starts with Adnam with the ball back in his hands. Hit that 3 before. This time plays off that on-ball wide open shot for Tom Vodanovic.
There's Timmons. Smith-Milner right there with him. Withers fires away. Oh, Todd Withers. That is sublime.
And not much you can do about that. That's off the handoff. You can test well if you saw him, Smith-Milner. He's just shooting with extreme confidence at the moment and makes them pay. And good defense down the other end by big Sammy Timmins.
Yeah, standing straight, standing tall. He's prevented a couple of baskets already early in this third quarter. Here he is, Sam Timmins. He doesn't mind firing away. Can't get the roll. Adnam up with it quickly. Saints down by 7. Vidanovic quickly on the floor, straight into the body of Sam Timmins, and Timmins wins out again.
He's doing a good job, just staying vertical down there.
Vidanovic reaching in for the foul. Sam Timmins, 6 points in the game. Moves to 3 rebounds. Withers is up to 11 points. Harris has 22. Nuggets by 7.
And Darcy Knox, we talk about him consistently. He's not going to fill it up on the score sheet. He's not going to blow by and make highlight plays, but he is doing all the right things, dealing with the pressure, getting it to his guys who are filling it up at the moment, and making winning plays.
Here's Timmins down low, going to work, draws the foul. Smart play from Sam Timmins. I was a little bit worried about Darcy Knox heading into half-time. Looked like he copped a head knock in the closing 30 seconds of that second quarter.
It looked pretty bad. Didn't make it over half when he took that knock to the back of the head. Still looks a little bit ginger, if I'm being honest with you. But fighting for his team, for his brothers right beside him, and he's doing a good job.
This hasn't been a good spot for Sam Timmins this season. First one drops, though. Going at just 43% from the TAB stripe. And from memory, that was a real strength for him last season.
And it's a place where they do need to pick it up. There's no two ways about it. Once you get to the free throw line, you need to convert.
Had nothing to worry about.
Yes, you hear the team.
There you go.
That was like a highlight dunk.
Well, the Nuggets knew, the team knew that he wasn't getting it going from the foul line this season, as Darnay Samuels answers with a nice little basket underneath. The visitors continuing to hold the Saints at bay. Oh, Liafa hand in. He may come up with it. First back to his feet, Liafa. What a play. Oh, tenacious stuff. Isaiah Liafa.
And we saw it all year with the Breakers. He's constantly picking up a Bryce Cotton as we see him hustle on the ground, get the ball back, and make this a 5-point game.
That's like musical chairs.
He marks the Bryce Cottons, the Chris Gouldings, the big-time players in the ANBL, and we're seeing it tonight, what he can do on the defensive end.
Let's see if we can bring that up again. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Just watch. Both players go to ground here. Liafa straight back to his feet. Left Harris behind. Now that's a big play. It's a big moment play, Brooke Rusco, in the context of this game. It's down to 5, but your teammates lift. They feed off that sort of stuff.
It would have been better if he could dunk, but I don't think he can dunk.
Adnam with the foul. That's his third.
And that's big. Adnam picking up his third. The luxury that they have now with Isaiah Liafa back is they have another ball handler. They can get guys into position. But the game has been run around Kyle Adnam over the last 4 games, and they're 4-0. So seeing him go to the bench is a big loss for the Saints, but the luxury of having a Taylor on the bench and Darnay Samuel to join them.
Here's Timmins bustling in on Samuel. Samuel goes to the floor. Saints will get it back. Good battle, 2 big men down low. Casey Frank loves to see that sort of stuff.
Oh, does he? Big bodies down there. I like the no call, but they need to make sure that it's going to be a no call down both ends. If you're going to let the boys play, let them play, and I like that there. Hopefully we see that through the remainder of the game as they go back to this 2-3 zone to the Nuggets.
Here's Liafa. He's already added a couple of highlights tonight. His return to the capital. That might be another. No. Withers up with the rebound. Quickly up the floor now. Harris. Oh, that is a long, deep shot from Michael Harris. And now the Nuggets quickly have to switch to defense again. Here's Vidanovic bustling down on Harris into the corner. Mucius for 3. Hit the side. of the backboard.
And this is where I think they should pull the ball out, slow the game down.
Oh, in the end, fortuitously, drops to Sam Timmins. They'll take that.
They'll take it. Not designed. Got lucky there. But when you have a chance to slow the game and take the air out of the ball against the Saints team, I think you need to make the most of your opportunity, especially with Darcy Knox on the bench.
Vodanovic in and out. I think in their last couple of games, the Saints have averaged 115 points a game. They're at 53 right now. This has been an impressive defensive performance from the Nuggets. Bardsley, Timmins. Here's this battle again. Big slamming. Sam Timmins draws the foul. The crowd up and down on the whistle.
And I'd like to see that one. Looked like the boys were banging down low. Took it in the chest. We see a couple pieces of contact there.
Oh, just reached down, didn't he? Darnay Samuel with that left arm. Troy McLean having a chat with Callum Welsh. The one thing the coaches and the players and the referees, for that matter, don't have the luxury of that we do is the replay. And when you look at that replay, the arm came down.
The other thing is it puts the Saints into the bonus. Now every time the Nuggets get fouled, the Nuggets into the bonus. Now every time they get fouled, they're going to the free throw line with 4 minutes to go in this quarter. And the other thing is Carl Adnan makes his way back onto the floor with his three. So do the Nuggets attack him? Do they try and pick up their fourth on him nice and early? And how do they stay out of trouble with Harris on two, Timmins on two, and Coleman sitting on two as well? As we see Big Sammy Timmins make his way to the bench, and a big third quarter from him already.
11 points in the game for Sam Timmins, 5 rebounds. Impressively tonight, 3 of 4 from the stripe. As you said, Adnan back out there wearing 3 fouls. Here's Marlon Taylor, loses a handle on it, may get it back. He does, just strips it out of the hands of Aitchison. Shot clock at 8 though, they've got to move the Saints. Darnay Samuel, he knows it, and he gets up and he draws the foul. Samuel says, thank you, the points are good. And he's got a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And he's loving that matchup that he gets at the top of the key. Gets back to that right hand, creates the contact, finishes through the contact, and one. And he stayed aggressive all night long. Done a good job of getting back to the free throw line once again. He's out to 11 points, but a strong 11 points. 5 of 6 right now from the field.
18 lead changes between the Saints and the Jets last night. 8 lead changes in the opening half here tonight. You've got to love the Sal's NBL. There's never a dull moment.
And the Nuggets have done a good job of just controlling the lead. They've been in the lead for around about 20 minutes in this game. The Saints came out and laid down the first punch, and they weathered that storm and have done a good job of just keeping the Saints at bay. 5 points right now.
Withers, dazzling stuff. Short on the shot. Adnam quickly up. The Saints getting some momentum here over the last 90 seconds. Adnam to the hoop, hands it off. They swing the ball out. It ends up with Taylor now. Loses it though. Withers, great defense. Todd Withers gets up.
And great defense there from the Nuggets. Great rotations. Adnam did a good job, of getting deep into the paint. They switched it and everyone rotated the right way.
Smith-Milner receives from Adnam. Taylor with the rebound. May have pushed Darcy Knox out of that contest. That's what the Nuggets are screaming for.
And this is where I pull the ball back out. Don't force anything. Take your time. As we see Tohi Smith-Milner pick up the foul on Jack Andrew.
I reckon that was a professional foul just to get a bit of a breather.
And I like that they pulled that out there. Barnsley had a chance. They had a numbers mismatch. But take your time. Nothing really going for you, and try and take the air out of the ball once again, not just for the Saints squad, but to keep the crowd out of it.
There's Todd Withers just hobbling a little bit. Of course, he went down with that really bad, nasty calf cramp late in the game against the Jets last night. They can't afford to have him sitting for too long. Jack Andrew.
I can't imagine he will.
Makes the first. He's been good tonight, Big Jack. Talked about the Saints coming into this game with 4 straight losses. Guess who their last win came against?
If I was a betting man, I'd say the team they're playing tonight.
You're a smart betting man. Here's Adnam pushing it up. Oh, Smith-Milner missed the opportunity to tap it in, then battled with Jack Andrew. Jump ball called. It'll be a Saints ball. Here's the replay. Just missed the tip in there. And there's the jump ball called. Margin back out to 9. Nuggets holding firm here. Third quarter action. Friday night hoops. Good pass. Smith-Milner to Adnam. It's usually the other way around.
And good job there from Adnam, just sneak behind. Saw Darcy Knox turned his head. And on the same page, Smith-Milner put it on a dime for Adnam to finish.
One of the
a little board slap in there.
One of the best teams in the competition, the Saints, on inbound passes under their own basket. They convert quite regularly. Here's Harris, Liafa all over him. Aitchison got to get a shot up. Bardsley 5 on the shot clock, ball on the floor, steps around Adnam and finishes the slippery eel.
And this is the problem with the Saints. They need to stay in front of somebody. Just way too easy. Up fake late. You play good defense for 20 seconds. Up fake with 4 to go. Sneaks around Smith-Milner. Finishes with the left.
Well, that's Bardsley at his slippery best. Here's Smith-Milner, leaves it short. Harris wants to go. We know he can run. Bardsley heads to the corner. Harris fires over the top and drains it. Oh, Michael Harris. Foul called. That is the shot of the night.
Big shot. I've been talking about, I think they need to take the air out of the ball. I thought that was a quick release there. Saw a little bit of space, created the contact, hit the 3.
Look at the
Dane
emotion.
Samuel and lets them know.
And that margin at a game-high 12. This is a stunned 4,000 capacity crowd here tonight. They've been silenced.
And they're doing a good job, this Nuggets team, of keeping the crowd out of it. Moments when momentum is about to slide towards the Saints. They'll come up with a big stop. They'll get the big play on the other end.
26 in the game. Samuel with 3 fouls now. Liafa getting up. Leaves it short. Good defense in the end from Michael Harris, who's helped back to his feet. Strong drive. A lot of contact.
Yeah, tough there from Isaiah Liafa to not pick up the foul on Harris. Thought he did a good job of dealing with the pressure from Barnsley. Backdoor cut. 9 times out of 10, that's a foul. No call on that one, and the ball's going the other way.
Nuggets have won this third quarter 23-14. In fact, tonight they've won all 3 quarters. This has been some sort of a performance by the reigning champs. Harris is feeling it and feels it even further. That is as big as it gets.
And that is a tough shot. Good defense there from Isaiah Liafa. And he just hits the big 3.
29 in the game for Harris. Got to get it across halfway, the Nuggets, they do. Timmins, he wants some of the action tonight. Party time at the moment, late in the third quarter.
And they need to get it back to that man right there.
Here he is again, and he wasn't far away. Darcy Knox will keep it going. Inside ball. Oh, they are up and about. Timmins to Jack Andrew. This has been a magic patch of play for the Nuggets. Timeout call. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Look at this. Excellent work. He'll have to earn it from the line. But we're sitting beside the Nuggets bench tonight, and I've got to tell you, they are up and about.
They are up and about, and this is a big time out here for the Saints. But the Nuggets need this one too. They're playing extremely well. They're out on their legs at the moment. They're hitting big shots. Michael Harris take about 29 points already in this ball game.
Hoop Heads every Wednesday night on Sky Sport, 8 p.m. Make sure you join us. Always a lot of fun and games. Casey Frank and Andrew Mulligan join me on Sal's Hoop Heads. And I reckon we might be talking about this game quite a fair bit. This would be a stunning upset.
Paying $6.50 at the TAB.
Before the game.
$1.08 down the other end for the Wellington Saints. And they're not playing like it.
Nuggets came in, no Ja'Cory McLaughlin. They came in 4 straight losses. They came in, Todd Withers banged up. Matthew Bardsley banged up. Who else is missing? There's been a fair few.
Ty Webster's still not here.
Ty Webster's not here. Out of form. They copped an absolute thumping by the Sharks on Monday night. This is their third game in 5 days.
And the thing is, they've come in here and they don't care. They had nothing to lose. Like we talked about the Airs a little bit before when they're about to take on the Sharks. Throw the kitchen sink at it, and that's exactly what they've done from the jump. From the tip. They've played extremely well, as we see Taylor pick up that loose offensive rebound there.
Jack Andrew, 11 points in the game. Just over a minute to play in the third. Taylor, can he get going? That'll help the Saints. They get it back to 15.
And a big minute here. If the Saints can just chip away and get it back to 10, get the crowd back into it, build a little momentum going back into this fourth quarter. However, on the other side, if they can hit a 3 here for the Nuggets and extend the lead.
Oh, look out. This is the man to do it.
And a good look, and it's the defensive end. They just can't gamble. You're gambling there on someone who's got 29 points right now and is shooting the ball extremely well. You can't roll the dice on those ones when you're down 15.
6 of 12 from deep. Adnam to respond. Just can't get it to go. And here comes the star of the night, Michael Harris.
And good look there. 2-for-1 opportunity from the Saints. Wide open 3 for Adnam. Just can't connect.
Harris back out to Timmins. Timmins from deep. Harris last night shot 8 of 21. Tonight, 11 of 19.
And Sam Timmins can shoot that 3. I think he lets them off just a little bit shooting that 3 though. As we hear Coach Brett Matahade as he's running down, say, hey, big Sammy Timmins, we need you in the post.
All about the shot clock here. A miss. And out of play. Clock will stop with 1 second remaining in this third quarter. Now, do the Nuggets use their Sky City player timeout here? Do they advance the ball and try and get a basket, or do they hold on to it?
I would hold it for now. You still only have 1 second. It's going to be a bit of a heave. Who knows what's going to happen in the fourth?
Bardsley's looking long. It's going to come off the hand, in fact, picked up by Smith-Milner. So three-quarter time here tonight at the TSB Bank Arena, and the Nuggets are doing the impossible. A 27-16 third quarter. They lead by 15 with 1 to play. Can this team, the reigning champs, can they come to the capital and can they take care of business? Long way to go. Stick with us.
Give it up for Kendall, ladies and gentlemen. Should be the possible for it anyway. That's 600, Jack Costa, 800 next. Hurricane, next out, good friends. And run a bit of ball, Toyota. Last quarter, ladies and gentlemen. If you're part of the Saints family, make some noise! Let's get behind our team. Drifting down, but not out.
Big crowd in the capital tonight. Friday night hoops in the Cells NBL. And how about this? An upset brewing. The Nuggets lead it by 15 with a quarter to play. They've won all 3 quarters. They're undermanned. They're under strength. They're coming off 4 straight losses. And the improbable is starting to become possible.
Still a lot of time to go. They need to start this quarter the right way, the Nuggets. Don't allow the Saints any space to breathe. Can they blow that lead out? Can they get it out to 20 quickly? You can't allow the Saints to get this crowd back into it, but they're doing it in all the right places. They're winning the battle on the glass at the moment. Michael Harris is shooting the bajonkers out of it.
The bajonkers?
The bajonkers. Is that a word? You get what I was trying to say.
I haven't heard it for a long time. I think it is somewhere in the dictionary.
When you have 29 points in just under 4 quarters, you're shooting the bajonkers out of it. But everyone's just doing their job at the moment. And they're slowing the pace down enough to play the game at their tempo. But you can't allow the likes of Adnan to get going quickly. Vodonovic to hit a couple of threes. Liafa to hit a couple of threes. And get this crowd back into it, because 15 quickly becomes 9. Which quickly becomes 7, and then the crowd's into it, and before you know it's a 7-point game with 8 minutes to go.
Actually, I've heard of the bejesus. I don't know about the bajonkers.
I was thinking I was going for that.
Salad Super Special. We might get that up on screen for you as we take a break and try and fix the game clock at the moment. There it is, the half cheese pizza for free with any large pizza. Pick up only. Online code is SPLASH. Available till next Wednesday. That's the Cell Super Special for round 10. And speaking of splash, Michael Harris, 29 points in the game tonight, shooting at 55%. 6 triples to go along with his 6 rebounds and 2 assists. It has been some sort of a performance.
The next key word needs to be bajonkers.
You like that?
Bajonkers is the next key word, guys. I don't know how you spell it.
You reckon that's the round?
Free pizza.
The round 11 Cells Super Special. Well, this is going to take a big performance by the Saints tonight. They've been in some really good form.
And it's just on the defensive end. They've given up 75 points once again in 3 quarters, which realistically probably could be close to 80 at the moment.
So last quarter underway. Does that break that we've just had, is that a help or a hindrance to either team?
Well, I think it helps the Nuggets. Low on numbers. They need all the rest that they can get. Gives them a couple more minutes. Rally the troops. What are we going to do? It's our ball. How do we start this quarter?
Can they get an early score here? They can through Sam Timmins.
And that's the best thing that could have happened to them to start this quarter. Go down low nice and early. Score the bucket. And make this a 17-point game and the biggest lead of the game so far.
He moves to 13. The emotion of the Nuggets bench tonight, very close to us where we're commentating from. Gee, it's been electric. Smith Milner gets up. That's a handy reply for the Saints.
And a dejected, frustrated Wellington Saints by the body language at the moment. They just need to see a couple go through. As you can hear, it's quiet in here. Get some stops down one end.
And maybe that's why we can hear the Nuggets bench even more. Here's Withers in the corner, left alone for a long time. Saints may have just dodged a bullet there.
Oh, big bullet. Good look. For someone who's shooting 4 threes a game at the moment, had 6 last night. Wide open space. Don't want to let him get going, but big stop for the Saints and a chance for them to eat into this lead.
They didn't arrive in the capital until this morning, the Nuggets. They stayed overnight in Palmerston North. After that bruising loss last night, foul called there. It'll send Smith Milner to the TAB stripe.
And smart from the Saints. I'll do the same thing. Go back to Smith Milner as you can. Get him in the post. When they work that out, go back to Tom Vodonovic in the post. Then get your 2-man action going with Adnan or Liafa. But what it does is it also sends them to the line and it stops the clock. They have a chance to get this back to 13 with 8:44 to go.
Foul on Harris.
But they do need to get it done down the other end. They can't give up those wide open looks to a shooter like Todd Withers.
As the Saints bench looking a bit dejected tonight. Smith Milner, 2 from 2. Margin back to 13. Justin Nelson, Brooke Rusco with you tonight. Hope you're enjoying it. It's been an entertaining one. Still another 4 games to come this round in the Sal's NBL. Great pass, Withers on the cut. Harris, who cops a second knock from Smith Milner, hit the floor twice out of that. Here's Vodonovic. He can't finish. Battle on the boards. It falls to Harris. Back on his feet. Withers puts it down. This team is pumped. They are up and about.
And repays the favor. It was a great pass before. from Withers to find Harris. Then finds his man out on the break, and we know he can fly. And throws that bad boy home to extend the lead for this Nuggets squad.
Out by 17 again. Withers with 15 points, none bigger from his baskets tonight than that last one. And Harris right in the thick of the action again. Foul off the ball here against young Robbie Coleman, who, it's got to be said, just goes out and plays his role every game, doesn't he?
Without a doubt. And one thing the Nuggets can't do here is pick up a few early fouls and allow the Saints to get into the bonus to continue to stop the clock. A couple quick ones already.
Here's Taylor. Down low. Samuel has to beat Timmins. Gets around on that right and does just that. Sam Timmins looks to the Nuggets bench. Shakes his head. Maybe just saying we're not done with yet.
The only thing that matters for the Saints is down this end, though. They need to get stops. One chance opportunities.
Harris takes, turns, fires away. He's missed his last couple, but we'll give him that because he hit some big ones in the third quarter. Adnam on the spin, hands it off to Taylor, picks it up underneath. Another basket for the Saints, 2 in a row, 13 margin, they get it back. Here we go, they're on the move. Adnam has Samuel. Samuel can't finish. Battle with Samuel off the court. Doesn't matter. Basket counts. Wouldn't mind seeing that again. Was Darnay Samuel off the court when he picked it up. Here we go. Oh, I reckon he's in. Basket's good. Timeout called by the Nuggets. Darnay Samuel to head to the TAB strike when we return. And momentum just like that. Back with the Saints.
And it's quick. Those buckets were back to back to back. They had a bucket down there from Darnay Samuel. Quick turnover. Adnam with the loose ball tip. And they go back down the other way. And Darnay Samuel with another bucket and gets back to the line. It's a chance to make it a 10-point game.
Plenty of highlights tonight. The NZNBL highlight show every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. on Sky Sport. I reckon that Todd Withers one-hander, flush, put it down with force. I think that might come up on Tuesday night.
I think that Marlon Taylor alley-oop that was in the second quarter, that's going to be in there as well.
That might be play of the week at the moment.
And there's
4 games to go.
I think there's going to be some more highlights on this one still to come.
Not sure if that dancing is a highlight, but the Saints crowd all of a sudden has found a bit of voice. They bring it back to 11. The brass band is up and going. Down by 15 at 3/4 time.
I like the timeout. Good time on that timeout there to call from Bert Matahari. Just resettle the troops. Get back to what was working.
10-6 run by the Saints. Here's Samuel, the other angle. Ooh, I think he just got both feet in.
I think it's close, but I think he's good.
Yep. Back underway. Here's the bonus. And Darnay Samuel makes it 10-point ball game. Closest we've been for quite some time. Pressure up the floor now. Darcy Knox battling away with Kyle Adnam.
And the Saints have gone to a 2-3 zone here. Have to know where Harris is at all times and Withers.
I'd like to see it in the hands of Sam Timmins. Harris rolls it in and out. Darnay Samuel smelling blood off the glass with a little bit of a shimmy.
And he's been the X factor all night. Where they've needed it, they've gone to someone and it's been him. Out to 19 now off the bench. And a big fourth quarter to start from Darnay Samuel.
Nervous times for the Nuggets. Coleman on the drive. The young fella up and over. Can't finish. Battle on the glass. He may get it back. He does. Shot clock at 14. Restarts. It'll be a Nuggets ball as Taylor flicks it across the sideline. What do they do here?
Get back to what was working.
Sam Timmins.
Don't rush anything. Don't let the crowd get in too much. Don't let it judge your character and judge what you're going to do.
Here he is, clear out, Timmins. Darnay Samuel, Timmins up, misses. Listen to the crowd. They know. Big battle right now. Adnam on the move. Taylor stepped out of court. Dare we say it? Coach killer, that sideline.
And just has to come a little bit higher. I know you're taught to stay in the pocket there and stay in the corner, but if he just caught that a little bit higher and was ready to shoot the ball, it's a wide open three with momentum going your way.
Jack Andrew in for Sam Timmins. Quick breather for Timmins. Andrew's been good tonight. Maybe just a quick change up.
Harris on the bench too, so look for Withers to get involved here.
Margin at 8. Andrew sets the screen. Withers has Musius to beat. They go to battle. Over the top, short. There's big Jack Andrew back out. Withers open three. Todd Withers responds.
And they needed something big, and that's it right there. It starts with the offensive rebound from Jack Andrew. And Withers makes them pay with that three ball. Puts it back out to 11.
And look at them all over Darnay Samuel here. They know he's been the man. Passes it out of bounds though. Todd Withers with a little bit of a fist pump.
And it goes back to back-to-back turnovers and an offensive rebound for this Wellington Saints team. Things you can't give up in the fourth quarter when you start down 15. You find a little bit of momentum. Back-to-back turnovers are going to kill you, and then you leave the wide open shooter open off an offensive rebound. Need to get a stop here if you're the Saints, and vice versa if you're the Nuggets. Find Withers a little bit of space, crash those boards, everybody else get back on D.
What a pulsating game tonight. Darcy Knox, Withers, back-to-back threes. Withers, in the blink of an eye, takes the margin back out to 14.
And too much space, way too much air room for Todd Withers after making that one before, and he makes them pay.
Vidanovic keeps it alive. Liafa leaves it short. Getting after it, Coman. Sliding in, forces the jump. It'll be a Saints ball. 4:39 to play. The Saints made their run. And just like that, Todd Withers has answered with back-to-back triples.
And it's big because Michael Harris was on the bench.
Sam Timmins was
on the bench as well. And they managed to extend the lead with back-to-back threes. Huge threes from Withers, who was questionable coming into the game.
Moves to 21. Are they the big plays that win it tonight for the Nuggets? Darnay Samuel stepping around. Oh, getting up Taylor. Importantly, both shots miss. And back come the Nuggets. Harris reluctantly pulls it out. We know he wants to shoot.
Right call there to pull it out.
Now he attacks the basket. Loose ball, one chance, two chance. Sam Timmins comes up with a timeout. Saints, look at this Nuggets team. They've come to town desperately needing a win. Started the season with 7 straight victories. The battle on the glass. Sam Timmins comes up with it and puts it in.
You just have to scrap, claw, fight to get the win, and that's exactly what they're doing at the moment. Make it ugly, junk it up when you need to. Offensive rebounds were the one that got them back into it with the three ball from Withers. Then he finds a little bit of space after hitting that one before. Bangs that one down. And then that's just not giving up on the play. Second, third chance opportunities. Barnsley misses the first couple. Big Sammy Timmins is there to tidy it up and extend this lead back out to 16 with 4:18 to go. And if they can hold on to this lead, it's going to be a huge road win for this Nuggets squad. Undermanned, coming off a tough loss last night to the Jets. With momentum on the side of the Saints, they're back at home. They welcome back in Isaiah Liafa. If they can pull this one off and get it done, you tip your hat to them and say well done.
Those 4 straight wins for the Saints. They scored 100 against the Sharks, 91 against the Rams, 120 against the Giants, 111 against the Airs. They've been held to 73 tonight.
And I think they've had opportunities. Saints have missed a lot of shots that they would like to take. A lot of three balls haven't fallen.
28 of 67 they've shot tonight, 41%. The Nuggets, 35 of 69, 50% for them. Back underway, 4 minutes to play.
And the Saints are a three-point shooting team. We know what they can do from deep, but they're 4 of 22, 18% as we see the big turnover there for the Nuggets. But 4 of 22 for the Saints squad.
Turnover number 13 for the home team. Oh, here's Withers in the corner. Oh, Todd Withers. Well, I tell you what, you give the man space and he's going to make you pay. Once again, an open shot for Todd Withers, third triple of this last quarter.
And his 6th of the ball game as Tom Bodanovich makes the 3 for the Wellington Saints, which is just their 5th as a team. As we see the quick turnover, and Darnay Samuel throw it down.
Back-to-back baskets for the Saints.
And that's what you can't have if you're a part of this Nuggets squad. Those turnovers are the ones going to kill you and give them a chance. As Todd Withers sets his feet, hits the 3 and makes it his 7th of the ball game. And he's out to 30 as well. And the steal down the other end.
Unbelievable stuff. Todd Withers this last quarter seemingly now has got the Nuggets over the line. Darnay Samuel in the battle against Bardsley. Taylor back the other way, quickly up and under, misses. Harris with the rebound, and they settle it down. Todd Withers this last quarter, 4 triples.
And it's been one of those nights for the Saints. I thought Barnsley rushed that one before. They needed to pull it out. And then they got lucky down the other end. A wide open layup from Taylor, who would normally throw that bad boy home. As you see Harris on the backdoor cut. Great pass from Timmins.
Well, they're doing it all, aren't they, the Nuggets? Hard to believe they lead by 19. Adnam on the hesitation over Withers, can't get it to go. What a performance this has been tonight by the Nuggets. Foul called. I said it early in the third as we take a deep breath. We saw the Nuggets win the showdown in 2020. We saw them win the Sal's NBL last season. I don't want to take anything away from those 2 victories because you win a grand final, they're the best. But this will go down as one of the best victories this franchise has put together since being resurrected in 2020.
Regular season wins, absolutely.
Yep.
And you're right. You win a couple titles in a few years, that's very impressive. But a regular season win, everything going against them. Big win on the road against the Saints.
Deathly silence in this stadium at the moment. Liafa to the corner. It's going to end up with Adnam from Smith-Milner. He gets up and is fouled. This crowd's been taken completely out of the game.
Well, they have since the score was 7-3 to the Wellington Saints. They came out firing. They hit a couple threes. Dunks on the rim. And since then, the Nuggets have just chipped away. They didn't blow the game out in the space of 2 minutes. They had a 10-point lead. The Saints chipped back at it. Then the Nuggets chipped away at getting the lead back to 10. Can we get it back to 12? And the Saints found a bit of momentum late in this fourth with Darnay Samuel getting to the rim. But big shots from Todd Withers has blown this ball game out. And excuse me, he is sitting on 27. I thought he had 30. Sitting on 27.
They got it back to 8. And they're just going to settle it down. Time is on their side, the Nuggets.
And once again, credit to Darcy Knox. He's dealt with pressure all night. He's done a good job of finding his guys, making sure Harrison, Withers and Timmins are the guys getting the shots. As we see the turnover there.
7 assists for Darcy Knox tonight. He's hit the floor defensively. It's going to allow Musius to get through. Foul underneath on Bardsley.
And he's battered and bruised and tired with his hands on his knees at the moment. And you expect nothing less. You want to come into Wellington and get a win against a squad like the Saints. You need to lay it all on the line. And even though he's only got 2 points, he's done everything right. Timmins on 13. Jack Andrews, was big with 11. And everyone else has just done their job.
Saints, by the way, at absolute maximum full strength tonight. This is the strongest Saints team I think we've seen all season.
Well, someone just got lucky at the TAB. $6.50. If you got in nice and early on that, drinks are on you tonight.
Proud partners of the Sal's NBL, the official stats partner, of course, the TAB. Nuggets by 17. There'll be a lot of Nuggets fans around Dunedin and the Otago region tuning in and watching on Sky Sport tonight. Gee, they're going to be happy with this.
Oh, the Octagon's going to be going off tonight. I don't think this is a soul-searching loss for the Wellington Saints, however. You welcome back someone like Isaiah Liafa, who's such a big part of the team.
I think it's a soul-searching win for the Nuggets.
It is. You're absolutely right. Big win for the Nuggets. I don't think the Saints need to change everything. They shot the ball extremely well in these last 4 games. Tonight, not so well. 3-ball wasn't falling at all. 5 of 23. Isaiah Liapa is going to be a big part of the squad. They'll get it right. Tonight was not their night, and you tip your hat to the Nuggets and you say, well done.
Plenty of patience being shown here, as they should. Michael Harris was the star early. Bardsley's going to get on the move here. Has it knocked out of his hand? In fact, coming across the arm was Smith Milner. And that'll send Matthew Bardsley to the TAB stripe. There's Sam Timmins.
And they needed big performances. If you're going to come in here, you need a big performance from your imports, and they showed up and they showed out tonight.
Well, Harris's start tonight effectively got them going, didn't it?
And they needed it. They needed confidence. They needed to take the crowd out of it. He made some tough shots and continued to make tough shots on the night. Ended up on 35. 17 at the half. Todd Withers did his thing in the 4th.
That'd be his season high, I'm pretty sure, for Michael Harris at 35.
And did a bit of everything. Got to the rim, got to the free throw line, but hit that 3-ball that he's been struggling to hit all year long. But just shows tonight what he is capable of. And if you allow him to get going, he can blow a game open.
Well, in the toughest of tough weeks for the Nuggets, 3 games in 5 days, came in tonight with 2 losses in that patch, and they're about to end with one of their best wins ever. Here in Wellington, Jack Andrew off the glass, and that'll take them into triple figures, 101-81. You wouldn't believe there's 4,000 people here tonight. Vodanovic gets it up and in, but the air's been taken out of the tyres, Brooke.
Big win from the Nuggets, and well done. Well done from this Nugget squad. Did what they had to do to come on the road and get the win after losing last night. Battered and bruised. Shows confidence, shows resilience, shows a squad that's still together, hasn't given up on themselves.
Coach Brent,
and they can take a lot out of this one tonight.
Coach Brent Matahati just walking past us. He'll be very, very happy with what he's seen from his Chargers tonight. There's a few Nuggets fans in the crowd. They're finding some voice as the clock ticks down. What a performance tonight by the Southerners. In they come with a big win. Started with confidence. Michael Harris got them going, and they just charged on from there. They win all 4 quarters tonight to put together a 20-point victory. Sorry, I'll take that back. A 16-point victory, 101-85. The Saints with a couple of late baskets. TAB stats are going to heavily favour Michael Harris and Todd Withers. Todd Withers in the last quarter, 4 triples on his way to 27. Showing Harris on 33. Scoreboard here showing him on 35. Overall rebound count tonight, the Saints with 39, the Nuggets with 42. Darcy Knox, really good game. Taking some big minutes with Ja'Cory McLaughlin out. 3 blocks for the Saints. And Liafa leading the way with the steals. But this was a game that the Nuggets will remember for quite some time. Came in on the back of 4 straight losses and a ton of injuries and sore bodies, and have a look at them. They've come to the capital and they have taken down the barnstorming Wellington Saints, the highest scoring team in the competition. Held them to 85, and it is smiles all round for Brent Matahati and his team in baby blue. What a win for them tonight. Lots of stars. Brooke Rusco is about to catch up with Michael Harris. 35 on the night. He was involved in everything right from the start. Let's head down and hear from him now.
With the man right now, Michael Harris, 35 points for you. You got going nice and early. You kept it going in the second. What was working tonight?
I think I just got my three-point shot back. I've been struggling a little bit, but credit to my teammates, they always back me in. They just tell me to keep shooting. So it's the confidence my teammates inspiring me to keep going. So I'm just glad it just paid off tonight.
You guys, you came back together. It was a tough loss last night. That's the Wellington team that's been scoring 115. You got it done on both ends. You must be more impressed with that defensive effort tonight.
Yeah, for sure. We've been struggling, especially after that Southland game, to play some defense. So we just came in with the tenacity and we just wanted to get our identity back, our defensive identity. So I'm glad we did that. Also, shout out to Sam Timmins, Otago Player of the Year.
Hey, speaking of Sam Timmins, there's another man just on your left right now, Todd Withers. He was huge in the fourth. What's it like playing with him?
It's awesome. It's great playing with a guy that can just shoot it so well and just space the floor, give you space. So even when he's not scoring, he's putting a great impact on our team with his spacing, and he's a great dude as well.
Well, big win. Congratulations. Back in the winner's circle.
Cheers. Thank you.
Todd Withers is here as well as they embrace how I spoke to you yesterday. Yeah. And it was a tough loss last night against a good Jets team, but you come back undermanned. We were worried that you weren't even going to play tonight, and then you have that big fourth quarter. Huge win for you boys tonight.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm banged up, got a real bad calf right now, but our physio and, you know, the guys stood by me and everything like that, so it was cool. They gave me a little rest in the third to warm me up for the fourth quarter. I didn't go over there and sit down. They kept me warm, and then my guys just always look for me, so it was a blessing. Like, I'm so happy that we came together, especially after a tough loss these past 2 road games, so it feels good to get one of the wins on the road.
Run me through that fourth quarter. What worked for you? Obviously, Michael Harris, who we was just talking to, he was huge for the entirety of the game. You came in that fourth quarter and really loaded up, had a little bit of space, offensive rebounds, they came back your way as well, but that 3 ball was falling.
Yeah, Harris was on fire, so he caused a lot of disruption for their defense, and it just left me open. My guys did a lot, like Sam backing down in the post and just finding me. Real good pin downs. I'm really good coming off a pin down, so the guys ran plays for pin downs to get me to turn to my strong. I'm pigeon toed, so my feet turn in. So it was crazy how much they looked for me. I finally got a few to go in, and you know, it was lights out after that.
Don't be giving away too much now. Now you guys get back into it. Get a little bit of rest that body up, get that calf right. But it doesn't get easier. Battle of the South, you're playing the Rams next. How do you guys gear up for that?
Take it one day at a time. We go back and we're gonna have to put in a lot of effort to get ready for them guys. They have an amazing team. They're #1 in the league right now, so have a lot of firepower. Great defensive team, great offensive team. So you gotta take it one day at a time. You know, there's gonna be a lot of preparing for them. So make sure we get guys healthy and make sure we get guys ready, and then you just go in there and do what we do.
Well, enjoy the rest. Congratulations. Big win. Welcome back to the winner's circle.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Big win indeed tonight for the Otago Nuggets. Quite amazing. Taking down the Saints by 16. Super impressive. Looking ahead now to tomorrow, big doubleheader in the Cells, NBL Sharks against the Airs from 5 p.m. The Sharks starting to find some winning form. The Hawks back at home. It's been a bit of a bogey ground for them so far this season. The only team in the competition yet to win on their home deck. They're going in charged up, hoping to take down the impressive Bulls. Giants and the Rams have got the 4 p.m. game on Sunday. And then, of course, the one game we're not showing there is the big battle up north, Sunday evening from 6 p.m. Also live on Prime, the Tuatara and the Bulls. Usually we're seeing the Saints player signing autographs after the game. How about this? Todd Withers, the stars tonight. The kids are loving what he did. Came to town, those 4 big triples in the last quarter.
Yeah. And just kept it as far away from the Saints as he needed to keep it. The Saints found a little bit of momentum with Darnay Samuel as he was huge. It was the offensive rebound, the first one from Jack Andrew, when he found Todd Withers, shot the ball back out to him, and he hit that 3 ball next position down, had a little bit of space on the pin down. He talked about being pigeon-toed and getting back to his right spot. Those were the 2 big threes that allowed the Nuggets to get momentum and give them a little bit of breathing room against the Darnay Samuel Wellington Saints team that was pushing back towards this Nuggets team to get the crowd back into it.
Impressive stuff here tonight. The Nuggets by 16, and gee, they're going to have some fans at home very, very happy with what they've seen, because they've been down. There's no doubt about it. They've been kicked around, as Todd said, battered and bruised. They're feeling it. But on the end of a long, hard week, third game in 5 days, after 4 straight losses, they go home with super big smiles on their faces.
Yeah, and you tip your hat to them. They needed this one as well. There's no two ways about it. They needed to get back in the winning circle. What better place to do it than in Wellington against a team that is charging full strength. You guys are down. Lost last night. No better way to find that momentum once again. They did it, and they did it the right way. Congratulations.
Hope you've enjoyed it as the kids stream past us to get the autographs and photos with the players. The Nuggets with the win tonight. Friday night hoops coming your way tomorrow in the NZNBL. Sorry, came your way tonight. Saturday, we're getting there already. Another day rolls by. I hope you've enjoyed it. On behalf of the entire team, Brooke Rusco and crew, we wish you well from the capital. We will see you tomorrow for more NZNBL action. You know everyone. See you later.
Come on, man.